Hey, welcome to another video on Expected Value Lotto, where we look at US scratch tickets and their expected values. And in this video, we're looking at the new New York Lottery $2 7771121 ticket. This is part of the July 2024 series of tickets that came out in New York, I don't know, a couple of days ago. This game has a few sections to it. Looks pretty fun to play. Our game number one over here is a number match game. Game number two is you have three spots. You're looking for a coin to win the prize. And then game number three, you have three rows. And if you can find matching symbols in any one of these rows, you also win the prize. And then there is one additional thing you're looking for. You're looking for the 7, 11, and 21 symbols, and it looks like those can pop up in any of these three games. And if you find the 7, you win the prize. If you find 11, you win double the prize. If you find 21, you win triple the prize. Now here on this page, we're looking at the prize structure and odds that the New York Lottery put out on this game. Overall odds are 1 in 4.91, and it looks like you can win anywhere from $2 up to $21,000 on this game. And looking at the prize structure, I mean, the biggest thing that I notice is the top prize. So for a $2 ticket, you should at least have a $30,000 top prize, maybe even $50,000. But for them to do a $21,000 top prize, I mean, even when you have a $50,000 top prize, you would expect the odds to be like 1 in 1 million or 1 in 1.2 million. The odds are twice as bad as that, and the top prize is about half what it should be. So that's crazy. I mean, you always have to think about the wager you're making. So you're making a $2 wager for a top prize of $21,000, even less than that after taxes, which we'll talk about in a minute, at odds of 1 in 2.4 million. It doesn't make sense. I mean, you got to make sure that you're making your wager worth something, that a wager that's worth the top prize. So I don't think that wager's worth the top prize. So that's really the only thing that stands out to me in the prize structure. We do need to talk about taxes. So in New York, for any prize over $5,000, they're automatically going to take out a crazy 32.82% in taxes. I don't view that tax money as part of the value of the game, and so that is going to affect how I view this top prize. So instead of $21,000, I'm going to view this as $14,107. Which is even crazier. A $2 wager for $14,000 at odds of 1 in 2.4 million. No thanks. I will automatically pass on this unless the overall value of the ticket is just crazy good. But with that adjusted prize amount, when you run the numbers on this game, what we find out is that the payout comes in between 62 and 63%. I mean, when I talk about a crazy payout, I mean crazy high, not crazy low like we're seeing here. But this is what we've come to expect from the New York Lottery. We look for a minimum of 70% payout on every ticket that we review. This is so far below 70%. It's not even funny. New York Lottery they just rob their customers blind. It's insane how low the payouts are on New York Lottery tickets. So yeah, I mean, states can make, the reason we look for 70% is because states can make plenty of money in that 70% range. So for New York to put out a $2 ticket at 62% payout, it means that they're keeping way more of your money than they need to. And it's really just an act of disrespect. It's like a slap in the face to their customers. The other thing we do need to mention about the 62% payout is that it does include all of the top prizes and upper mid-tier prizes, which not a lot of people are going to be winning, which means very few people are going to be seeing 62% payout on this game. So what we want to know now is, what is the payout going to be for the average person with average luck who may not be winning the top prizes? And in order to figure that out, we're going to subtract out the value of the top 1% of prizes, recalculate, and see what that new payout number is going to be. So looking back here at the prize structure, the separation between the top 1% and bottom 99% of prizes happens at the $60 prize level. So again, I would never ever play this ticket. I would never ever recommend anybody play this ticket, but we know that people are going to play it. So for those people who are playing it, when they do win, they're going to expect to see a prize somewhere between $2 and $60. And there at the $60 prize level, there is a split. It's about 25-75. So only about a quarter of these $60 prizes will fall here in the bottom of the prize structure where average folks are winning. The other 75% of these $60 prizes will join the rest of these prizes to make up the top 1% of prizes. Now, top 1% prizes are really difficult to hit. If you want to know the odds of hitting one, look at the overall odds, move the decimal point 2 spaces to the right, and you find out that it's about 1 in every 491 tickets that has a top 1% prize on it, which means you are in $982 before you would expect to see even one of these top 1% prizes. And by that time, you have to beat the odds and hit that top prize to come out ahead on this game. So I never like prize structures where that's the case, where, in order to, come out ahead on a top 1% prize, you basically have to hit the top prize. I don't think it's fair to the people who are playing. So, I mean, this is another really good reason to kind of steer away from this ticket. Now, because so few people are going to be winning these top 1% prizes, we're going to take the value of all of these, subtract it from the payout number you saw before, and that's going to leave us with the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes, where 99% of people are going to be playing this game. And when we do that, we find out that the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes comes in between 52 and 53%. This is another really crazy low number. I mean, you would have to expect that this number would be low because the overall payout is so low, but still, I mean, we look for a minimum of 60% payout for the bottom 99% of prizes. So, once you're down here in the 50% range, to me, it just feels like you lose your money so fast that as fun as this ticket looks to play, for me, losing my money so fast overshadows however fun a ticket might be. It's depressing and frustrating, and I hate it. So I typically don't play tickets with bottom 99% payouts below 60%, but this 52% is way below 60%. This is going to be a just brutal ticket for almost everybody who plays it. Now here on this page, we're tracking the increases and decreases in New York $2 tickets. You can see the data point for 7771121 all the way over here on the right. So you can see there was quite a big dip in value from the previous $2 ticket, cash word doubler, that came out in April. And yeah, I mean, typically I would say don't play the ticket when you see a decrease in value like that. But if you look at the values of all of the $2 tickets in New York, it is just a huge pile of garbage. I wouldn't play any of them. My recommendation is stay very far away from $2 tickets in New York. Now, if you are just in love with $2 tickets and can't help yourself, up here in green, we have the best tickets in New York based on each category. So if you're looking for overall value, the Cashword ticket that came out last October has the highest value of any $2 ticket we've seen come out of New York. If you're playing for odds, Extreme Bucks has the best odds. However, the payout's lower than Cashword, quite a bit lower than Cashword. If you are a more conservative player and like to hold on to as much of your money as possible, Cashword has the most money at the bottom of the prize structure for average folks. And then if you are more of a high roller and like to win a little bit more money when you are lucky enough to hit in the top 1%, It Takes Two has the most money at the top of the prize structure. However, the bottom 99% payout is crazy low, even compared to the already crazy low bottom 99% payouts of the other tickets. And then we are keeping track of top prizes over here on the right if you are interested in that. Now here on this page, we are ranking New York $2 tickets based on overall payout. 7771121 in 6th place over here. So it's, an average ticket and a huge pile of garbage. That's what this one is. I couldn't bring myself to waste money on any of these tickets. Now, here on this page, we are ranking New York $2 tickets based on the bottom 99% payout. 7771121 is in 8th place here, so it's the third most brutal ticket that you can play in this $2 ticket category in New York. So if you are a glutton for punishment, this might be a ticket for you. Now, here on this page, we get to compare $2 tickets across states. We got the top 35 $2 tickets we've reviewed on the channel so far up on the screen. You don't see anything from New York except for here in this Hall of Shame spot. By the way, 7771121 is pretty close to this Hall of Shame number right here. It's in that 62% range. But what that means is that the New York $2 tickets are not competitive at all with what other states are doing. I mean, we see Florida, Georgia, and Massachusetts represented here on the leaderboard. But what we really want to do is look at the top of the list. The best $2 ticket we've seen come out on the channel came out of Georgia. It was called Fast 20s, had 75% payout. That's pretty good for a $2 ticket. But we have to ask the question, if Georgia can do that, if they can put out a $2 ticket at 75% payout and make plenty of money doing it, then what in the world is New York doing, putting out $2 tickets at 62% payout? That's over 12 and a half percentage points less. 12 and a half percentage points less than what Georgia did with this Fast 20s ticket. 12.5% is a lot of money when you consider how many tickets go into making just one scratch game. One scratch game can easily have 10 million tickets that make up the game. Multiply that by the $2 price tag. That's $20 million wrapped up in just one game. 12.5% of 20 million is $2.5 million that the Georgia Lottery put into the hands of its players on this Fast 20s game that the New York Lottery is stealing from its players every time they put out a new $2 ticket. So, yeah, I mean, I hate seeing scratch players get taken advantage of, but that's exactly what the New York Lottery is doing with all of their tickets. They could really care less about you. Now, here on this page, couldn't care less. Here on this page, we are comparing across states based on that bottom 99% payout. 52% is way off this list. We've got the top 36 tickets here. We do see at least one New York ticket on this list. So, I mean, I guess that speaks for itself. I don't see how you can't have a good bottom 99% payout if your overall payouts are 62%. Now here on this page, this gives a little bit more context as to how low this payout is. Yeah, I mean, you guys live right next door to Massachusetts. Massachusetts has some of the best scratch tickets, highest payout scratch tickets that you can get anywhere in the country. They're $1 tickets. The lowly $1 ticket regularly comes out at 69% payout. That's over 7 percentage points more than what you're getting from a more expensive ticket from New York. It's embarrassing. I mean, a more expensive ticket should never have less payout than a cheaper ticket, and this is a lot less. It's not an insignificant amount. New York Lottery should be embarrassed. They should be ashamed. They should be apologetic to the way that they're treating their customers here. Now here on this page, we're looking at the top 36 tickets we've reviewed on the channel so far. There are no $2 tickets on this list, probably never will be, so you can pause that and look at it if you would like. And then here on this page are the top 36 tickets based on the bottom 99% payout. And I do think we have one $2 ticket here in 8th place overall. So, if a $2 ticket has a good enough payout and the prize structure is done right, it can compete in this category with some of the other way more expensive tickets. We got $50 and $100 tickets on either side of this $2 ticket. So it is possible if the states will do what's right. So that's about it for the New York Lottery $2 triple 7 11 21 ticket. The game looks fun, but the payout is just really, really sad and embarrassing. So my advice is don't play it. Either take a drive to Massachusetts if you have to scratch. Take a drive to Massachusetts, get you some good scratchers, or find a Massachusetts scratcher online on social media that you like and you trust, and just go in on some tickets with them. But that's about it, unfortunately. Really bad news for this ticket. But thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.